Welcome to the ETF Charts and Analytics tutorial. This powerful tool helps you analyze hundreds of liquid ETFs across different time frames, identify top and bottom performers, and visualize market trends with interactive charts. Let's dive in and explore how to use this page effectively. First things first, please note that the tool represents all major markets and excludes identical ETFs. For example, since SPY is included, VOO or VTI are not. That way you get to avoid seeing a cluster of identical ETFs as you do your research. The page is organized into three main sections. At the top, you'll see key market metrics including important peak and drawdown dates. Below that, there's a comprehensive data table on the right with its filtering controls on the left. And at the bottom, you'll find an interactive charting section with customizable time periods and ETF selection tools. Before we dig into the data, let's understand the key dates displayed at the top. These dates are dynamically calculated and help you identify critical market turning points over the past 6 months. The most recent drawdown bottom shows the latest market low, which occurred on October 10, 2025. The latest peak date marks the most recent market high on October 8, 2025, just 2 days before the drawdown bottom. The worst drawdown peak date identifies the peak on April 14, 2025, right before the steepest decline in the past 6 months. And the worst drawdown bottom date shows when that decline ended on April 21, 2025. These dates are crucial reference points for analyzing ETF performance during different market conditions. Now let's look at the data table. On the left side, you have two filter panels. The Categories filter lets you select which types of ETFs to display, like sector ETFs, bonds, country ETFs, or commodity ETFs. The Columns filter controls which performance metrics appear in the table. You can show standard time frames. You can also display performance since key dates like the election date, the latest peak, or the worst drawdown bottom. Use the All and None buttons to quickly select or deselect all options. The table updates immediately when you make changes. At the top of the table, you'll find a search box on the left and pagination controls on the right. Type any ETF ticker or name to filter the results instantly. The table shows 20 ETFs per page, and you can navigate through pages using the Previous and Next buttons. Click any column header to sort the table by that metric. Click again to reverse the sort order. An arrow appears next to the sorted column indicating whether it's ascending or descending. Let's use the dashboard to find resilient ETFs during the recent market sell-off. First, in the Columns filter on the left, make sure the latest peak column is checked. This shows performance since the latest peak date of October 8th. Now, click the peak column header to sort by performance since the peak. Look at the top performers. Notice how Vietnam, silver, bonds, and India ETFs show remarkable resilience. While the broader market declined from its peak, these assets held up well or even gained value. This type of analysis helps you identify defensive areas of the market during volatile periods. Now, let's find ETFs that are bouncing strongly from recent lows. In the Columns filter, select the worst bottom column. This captures performance since the worst drawdown bottom date of the past 6 months, which happened to be on April 21, 2025. Click the worst bottom column header to sort by this metric. The top performers here are ETFs that have rebounded the most from that bottom. This is particularly useful when you're close to a bottom and want to identify which sectors or regions are recovering fastest. Conversely, sort again to see which areas have been the weakest and haven't participated in the bounce. Now let's explore the powerful charting section at the bottom of the dashboard. This is where you can visualize performance for up to 10 ETFs simultaneously on a normalized chart. All ETFs start at 0, making it easy to compare relative performance regardless of their actual price levels. At the top of the chart area, you'll see time period buttons. Choose any of the values from 1 day up to 10 years. You can also select performance since key dates like the election, the latest peak, the latest bottom, the peak preceding the worst drawdown, or the worst bottom. Click any button, and the chart updates instantly to show performance over that period. On the left side of the chart section, you'll find the ETF selection controls. Under Manual Selection, there's a search box and a scrollable list of all available ETFs. Type in the search box to filter ETFs by ticker or name. Check the boxes next to any ETFs you want to chart. You can select up to 10 ETFs at once. Your selections appear in the Selected ETFs box at the top, showing how many you've chosen. Instead of selecting ETFs one by one, you can use the Quick Select buttons for common groupings. Click Top 10 to automatically chart the 10 best-performing ETFs for your selected time period. This changes dynamically based on which time period you've chosen. If you switch from 1 month to 3 months, the top 10 performers will likely be different. Click Bottom 10 to see the worst performers. This helps you identify areas of the market under the most pressure. The Sectors button selects all 11 sector ETFs like technology, financials, energy, and healthcare. The Countries button loads major country and region ETFs like China, Japan, India, and emerging markets. The Factors button selects major ETFs used in common factor analyses: growth, value, large cap, small cap, quality, momentum, and more. Above the chart, you'll see a legend showing all selected ETFs with their total return percentages. This legend is automatically sorted from the best performer to the worst performer for your chosen time period. Click any ETF name in the legend to hide its line from the chart. Click it again to show it. This is incredibly useful when you have many ETFs charted and want to focus on just a few. The percentages in the legend show the total return from the start of your selected period to today. Now let's switch to ratio mode. At the top of the chart controls, click the ratio button instead of multi-chart. In ratio mode, you can compare the relative performance of two ETFs by plotting their ratio over time. When the ratio goes up, the first ETF is outperforming the second. When it goes down, the second is outperforming the first. Select any two ETFs from the manual selection list. The chart will automatically plot their ratio, normalized to start at 0. Alternatively, use the factor analysis drop-down to select common ratios. For example, choose risk on versus off to compare SPY to TLT, showing whether stocks or bonds are performing better. Or choose US versus ex-US to see the relative performance of domestic versus international equities. To conclude, the ETF page is a comprehensive tool for analyzing market trends, identifying opportunities, and understanding relative performance across hundreds of liquid ETFs. Whether you're looking for defensive plays during drawdowns, finding sectors bouncing from lows, or analyzing factor performance, this dashboard has the tools you need. Experiment with different time periods, try various preset selections, and use the interactive charting to develop your own market insights. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and happy analyzing.